Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining us again this week. Today we're going to be making creme brulee in honor of National Creme Brulee Day. Woo! So if you don't know, creme brulee is a type of French custard dessert, and so it is milk based or cream based, which will make it nice, smooth, and delicious. This recipe is going to be super simple, something you can do in 10 minutes plus resting time, kind of. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to head over to the stove today and get the party going. Okay, so we moved over to the stove and now we're going to start putting everything in our pot. I have some milk here. We're going to go ahead and add. I have our heavy cream here. Ooh, that's nice and silky. And then I have my sugar. And then I'm just gonna whisk all of this together just to get that sugar to start to dissolve a little bit in here. And then I'm gonna add the tea to this. So I'm gonna let this warm up a little bit just so that it's not cold when I add the tea in, because we wanna allow it to steep. And then we're just gonna let it steep for the recommended time. I think for this tea, we're using a green tea, Jasmine. And so this one, we're gonna let it steep for about 2 to 5 minutes, but you don't wanna over steep it because we don't wanna get that bitter taste in it. So now that we have our milk nice and hot, I'm gonna go ahead and add the tea. And I'm gonna just add these 3 tea bags. Be careful not to let it set on fire, the little end pieces. All right, so we're just gonna let this steep for a couple minutes. I put the stove on low just to keep it a little bit warm as it steeps. And then while that's doing that, I have my egg yolks right here. And I'm just gonna whisk these up until it's nice and pale and a little fluffy. All right, so these have been steeping for about 5 minutes or so. I added an extra tea bag just because I wanted a little bit more flavor. So let's give it a quick taste test and see if we're ready. I think we're ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and don't double dip at home, okay guys? But I'm gonna squeeze this out. It's just me and my roommate, so we'll be okay. Oh, maybe. I'm gonna try and squeeze this out, the extra milk out the tea bags, because we want all of that flavory goodness. Be careful not to burn yourself, because low key I'm burning myself on this thing, but that's all right. All right. So now I'm gonna turn this heat up one more time on this so we can get this back up to temp. Give that a quick little stir. And then I'm gonna re-whisk this just a little bit to bring it back to life. And then once that is ready, we're gonna blend this or whisk this all together. All right, so we bubbling up over here. We got this milk, it's bubbling or whatever. And so I'm gonna go ahead and turn the heat off now because I don't need it to get too scalding hot or to bubble over, because if you let the milk go for that long, it will bubble over. So now I'm gonna switch my hands because I cannot do this. Whisk this a little, add a little bit of this. Whisk that. Just so I can temper it, which I can bring this up to temp without adding everything else. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of this milk. All right. There we go. I'm gonna make an honest admission. I forgot to turn the oven on. I'm gonna turn the oven on and get this ready. Okay. So now that this is like this, I am going to just strain this out into another bowl. One, to help get rid of some of these bubbles on the top, because if you bake those, it's gonna have like a layer of fluff in the oven or when you finish, and you don't want that because it doesn't scoop out smooth enough. Or I mean, it does something to the texture, and we don't want that. So I got that right there. I'm gonna get this little bowl right here, and then I'm gonna pick up this little bowl right here, I don't know why I'm talking like this, but we're just gonna do that right there. And then we're gonna pop those in a second. So this oven's gonna get up to temp, and then we're gonna go ahead and put it in our the containers that we have ready, and we are gonna make a water bath for this. So I did end up skimming some more of that foamy part off the top because I did not want to bake that inside the creme brulee. All right, so now we moved over here. We have our little ramekins that we're gonna put the creme brulee in. I have this just cake pan here that I went ahead and put the hot water in for our water bath. And like I said before, water bath just helps regulate the temperature and make for even baking all around. I put our mix in this lovely cup. Look at that. Eat cake for breakfast. Ah! So we're gonna just pour this into the container so we don't make a mess. So we have that here. I'll just pour a little in each one first. Make sure they're somewhat even. I think this one needs some more. Well, he gets all of it. All right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this in here. You could also put these in the pan without the water, put it in the oven, and then pour the water in there like that. That way, so you don't have to walk around with hot or the water and splash everywhere. But that could also be dangerous too. So we're just gonna go ahead and put this in the oven, and hopefully I don't spill anything. And then we're gonna let this cook and then cool, and then come back from there. All right. Woo! All right. All right, so we took these out the oven. You can see that they look firm on the top. I touched that one. Uh-oh. But they're nice and shiny. Ooh, it doesn't move or jiggle too much, so you know it's not loose underneath. And so we're just gonna take these out of this hot water and put it in the fridge to cool, and then we'll come back when these set. All right, so we took our creme brulee out the fridge. It's nice and cold and ready for us to do our sugar layer on top. So I'm gonna just get a little bit of the sugar, pour that on there, and then just kind of evenly spread it all around. You want to make sure that it coats it really well. Get rid of the excess. Like a little extra on there. I like just that. All right, so now we're gonna get my favorite part. The fire! Okay, and then we're gonna flame it. Flame on! That's what they got. Fantastic flavor. Flame on! Alright. And then I'm just gonna go in a circle, kind of make it even all across the board so no one side is more than the other. More crispy, burnt, caramelized. Ooh. I ain't not trying to start a fire today. We are not gonna do that. Get a little toasty there. Okay. All right, that's beautiful. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. And that's pretty much it. So again, we made our creme brulee today. It's our French-based custard dessert. French custard-based dessert. There we go. And it's very simple. You can do it at home. I know this is going to be delicious. I don't know what else to say about it. And we're going to dig into this. Me and my roommate, we're going to share this. About to be happy hour and dessert time right now. Let me see if this is cooled down enough. When this cools down and that sugar caramelizes on top, it should be able to sound and break like glass. We're going to see if we can do it. Ugh. You can't hear it. It's too light. But look at that. Golden, delicious, beautiful. That's the camera. This. But anyways, thank you guys for watching again. We'll be back next time with some more delicious things. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And yeah, see you next time. Thank you.